operations in the Pretoria CBD and around the Church Square due to the planned march to the Union buildings today, where we believe people have already started to gather. Let's go now to Offense Setimo. Offense, good afternoon. Where are you and what's happening?
Afternoon, Natasha. I'm coming to you live just outside the Union buildings, where speaker after speaker they have been issuing the sentiment that Jacob Zuma must actually step down. We've actually been monitoring the protest since early this morning from Church Square, where we saw some of the businesses adversely affected. Some businesses actually did not open at all today because, as you can imagine, since 5 o'clock or since Monday, Save SA and their activists have been camping there at Church Square, trying to make a statement that come Friday they will definitely come in their numbers and make a statement to say Jacob Zuma must fall. So the issue, the most casual thing, is the fact that business did not operate much in the CBD and at Church Square.
All right, Offense, the plan was that thousands of people would be expected to come out today. That's what march organizers had expected. By your estimates, do you think that number was reached?
And indeed, what our mothers who gave birth to
Definitely, I believe that the masses heeded the call by Save SA to come in their numbers. Before 12 o'clock, it was estimated that almost 20,000 people had already assembled there at Church Square, and they brought their kids, even elderly, and people of all races actually assembled at Church Square, all united in one call for the state president, Jacob Zuma, to step down.
All right, and a lot of people talking about the role of the police today, not only in Pretoria, but also especially in Johannesburg. What's the police presence like there?
and they the ones who are committing this.
Initially, early in the morning, like in the wee hours of the morning, police presence was actually very minimal. You know, you could hardly spot a police. But towards midday, I think towards 11 o'clock this morning, we started seeing a police chopper actually circulating around Church Square. And a few minutes shortly before midday, we saw some police come out in their numbers to ensure that the march happens peacefully. And they came out definitely in their numbers, wearing the riot gear and everything. But marchers were peaceful, and there wasn't any incident of criminality that has been reported thus far.
All right, Offensi, I may have missed this, forgive me, but just recap for us what happens now once people have arrived at the Union buildings. What are they expecting, and what happens? What time will they start to disperse?
Some people have already started to disperse. Some actually just wanted to add on the numbers and show force that no, they mean what they are saying, that the president actually has to step down. As you can see, there's been, you know, a lot of people are actually starting to move, but the speeches are actually still unfolding, but people are actually moving out. The statement has been made that, you know, people are all united, calling for the president to step down.
All right, any interesting speakers that we're expecting? We heard earlier from Cope's Monsieur Lekota with quite a fiery speech before they set off from Church Square. Anybody interesting we're expecting to address the crowds now?
Sipho Pichana, who Save SA's head, is actually about to speak now, and an announcement was also made here on the podium that Fitch had downgraded the country to junk status as well, which the people were booing, saying no, it's high time Jacob Zuma actually stand down. And as you mentioned, that Musiwa Lekota made a fiery statement saying that the MKMVA are actually depriving on the people who were marching to Luthuli House, saying they're depriving them of their right to actually march and to express their discontent with the status quo here in the country. Basically what he said is that after 1994, all armed forces had to join the SANDF, but immediately during the Jacob Zuma administration, he reinstated the MKMVA and was saying that the sole reason for him to reinstate MKMVA was only to send them to his detractors and intimidate them. So that's one of the highlights of today's speeches that we've had here today.
Offensi, thanks so much for that. Offensi Setimo live from the Union buildings. And as he says, the news has reached them that Fitch has downgraded the country. So police had to use rubber bullets around Bree Street in Johannesburg. That's what we take a look at now. We're